Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Carly and this is Simba. Part of the reading. We're going to do a little check-in on the energy. We are going to do a little Christmas reading. Merry Christmas and all that jazz. We are just going to see what is going on, what you need to know. Yeah. So a lot of energy to do with the owl has been coming in at the moment. I've been seeing a lot of owls. I actually painted a picture of an owl recently, which is cool. She's mega powerful and she is mega strong. So like if you're going through something, you can actually call in the power of any animal. They're all part of the divine kingdom. They're all part of the healing journey, and each animal has their own magic that you can bring into your own energy. So when people do like shamanic journeys with drums or like with medicines, they actually work with different animals to kind of like do their journeys, and each one can take you on their own little journey. I got this fringe thing going on and it's like, it's not really what I asked for, but it happened. And this keeps happening where it keeps doing that. So if you see me do that, it's because it's bugging me. Yeah, it's still bugging me. Yeah, so then it's like with the power of the owl, especially the white owl, so I've been working with her magic recently. If you call in her energy into your energy, especially into your heart space, she can help reconnect you to source, and she can help you cleanse and clear any stagnant, dense energies that are in your energy. You can call in any animal from the divine kingdom and you can work with their magic. For example, if you called in the power of the Black Panther, she would help you go through the shadows and into the darkness of your soul, of anything that you need to kind of deal with, especially with the dark night of the soul and any shadow work that you need to do. So you got this card. And this is Aha, Divine Might Foretold. This is about healing that heart of yours, again and always, every time. Keep healing the heart. Keep doing the work on the heart. Keep clearing that stagnant energy. As you do the healing on the heart, as you sink into the pain and the emotions and into the darkness, you're then able to bring out the magic. You see, like, our heart is the most powerful like point in our bodies. Do you know what I mean? Like this heart space center, this love center is so powerful, like that we can create miracles from this space if it's working at full capacity. And if it's working at full capacity and expanded and out far and wide, then your aura then changes as well. So then it actually shifts and changes your whole reality around you, because you are then reaching other people on a whole another frequency. So they reach your aura and reach your energy. Your aura is your energy around your body, and your aura actually expands more if your heart is open, wide open, expansive and healed and clear. So you can actually reach a lot more people. This actually then acts as a bigger protection for you as well, because love is the biggest protection. But love with boundaries and love with being firm and fair as well. It's not just about being like a soft touch. Do you know what I mean? It's like you can be love and light, but you have to be firm and fair as well, and you have to have the boundaries in place to be able to do this. If you have healthy boundaries around you, if you have that safe space for yourself, then your heart healing can occur and your aura can then go out further and wider, then actually affecting others in a better way, and then it actually changes your reality. Because if you're vibrating and emanating so much love, it actually changes the scenarios around you, because people are vibing like that. So anyone that tries to come into your energy, and you've actually managed to anchor that love frequency in, their reality shifts, your reality shifts, and it's a whole different kind of timeline that you've kind of encountered. Yeah, getting creative can really help. So especially if you're stuck in an energy where you're just kind of like, no, I can't do anything, and da 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 da, and it's just really stagnant and stuck, you might need to do something to provoke the heart to get it to start kind of doing its thing again. Just pick up a pencil or some art stuff, or paints, that's the word I was looking for, and just either get a paintbrush or just literally finger paint. I say this in like this, it's the same thing in a lot of the readings. It's like, as a collective, it's the heart chakra that needs healing the most. Yeah, crying is an essential part of the healing, 100%. You know, I always kind of got told to pull it together and stop crying and whatnot, and it's kind of like, actually no, that if you could actually cry in the moment that's upset you, like, that's even better. Do you know what I mean? If you could actually, in every single, if you completely healed yourself, right, and then in every moment that ever upset you came along and you just expressed how you felt in that moment, like freely, without holding it back, you would be always kind of in that healed state, as opposed to having to deal with it at a later date, if you get what I mean. So it's like, it is better to heal as you go, but obviously sometimes the ways that we have been taught and the things that we have been through kind of stop that. So here you have I'm so tired. The clan of the wolf heart. We are the ones we've been waiting for. Yeah, so you've got this card. I don't even know if I showed you the other card. I can't remember. It was like a deer, an elk. So yeah, so calling on the wolf energy, the spirit of the wolf, to bring you back your spirit, and remembering that you have the divine wisdom inside of you. You don't need me or anyone else to guide you, but it always kind of, oh look, I just split it. Is that a panther? Oh no, it's a puma. Ah, looks like one. No, it's very intense. So we'll look at that card in a sec. So yeah, calling the wolf in, and you've got the butterfly in this card as well, which is all about the transformation. Remembering that you have got all and everything that you need inside of you. You don't need anyone to show you the way, to do anything for you, but it's good to have a little bit of guidance to kind of get you back on track, and that can like really help. Yes. And you know, just to nudge you back there as well. Working with the moons to be able to help you, and working with colours, with your colour therapy. You see how she's like awakening and her aura is becoming bigger and more expansive. Can you see? Like, and she's working with the moons, with the butterfly as well. So this is about working towards your transformation. And with these two cards as well, this is a lot about strength. This is about realizing and remembering everything that you've been through to get to this point, all the turmoil, all the like harshness, all the hardcore stuff that you've had to go through, each and everything. If you choose to allow it to teach you, it can all become your blessing, and help you along your way, and everything that you've kind of been through can be the reason, like it is the reason that you're here to kind of like see it, acknowledge it, heal it, and understand the blessings. And like I keep saying, if you then get to the point from a higher perspective and understand why you've been through each and everything, because once you get to a point where you can see all of that, you understand every single encounter that you've ever had, you understand what the lessons, blessings and teachings are, who and why you have like encountered these different people and situations, traumas and everything kind of makes sense because it all comes together, and it's a lot less painful and it's a lot less turmoil once you have the understanding and the higher perspective of life and your own life and your life's path and your soul's purpose, you know. So you have the awakening with this as well. Yeah, in the beginning with the butterfly as well. So this is your true strength coming through. This is your strength coming through from the hardships that you've been through, from everything that you've had to encounter. And you got this card, it's like the other card that I just pulled as well, you know, like, but you've got the eagle as well. And the eagle, 11:11 on the clock. And the eagle is all about soaring up high. The eagle is a big spirit. The eagle is a connection to the divine, to all that is. The eagle flies high and can see all the perspectives, you know. Once you could call in the power of the eagle, and you could then get that sight from up high on your life. Once you're working with spirit, so you go through the strength, you understand what you've been through, you use that as your blessings, you then connect with spirit, you're then able to see a higher perspective on what's happened and why, and understand your lessons, blessings and teachings, and then you can move forward and like use that to move forward and use that as a catalyst to the rest of your life. And yeah, it's just so much clarity once you get it, like, and you're like, oh, okay, so once you understand your past lives, this life, and what's happened, you're like, okay, right, that's what I wanted to learn. Same card again, heart healing. It's all about the heart. Once you clear and heal the heart, everything else just kind of falls into place, you know. You may have in your heart chakra as well just a build up of, so when people say, oh, your demons or whatever in your heart, this can be like things that you've dealt with from childhood right up until now, and this may be things that you haven't released and let go of, and are sat kind of in your energy still and in your heart, and this can be energies of like anger, upset, suppression that needs to be released, but it's actually accumulated and become such a dense energy in your heart that it's become its own entity in its own way. So yeah, you got the bird of prey here. I just need to check my fire, so just give me 1 sec. Sorry about that. I just don't want it to go out. So, yeah, you got the bird of prey, and you've got her with her wings now. Do you know what I mean? It's like, aha, okay, I understand what's happened. Like, I can see, I've got foresight. I can see what's going on, and I get it because I'm connected with my third eye. I'm connected with my path, and like I get it now. So I have that understanding, and it's a connection with the moon and the stars and all that is, and the connections of the universe, and yeah, you know, and you know, it's deep work. Like, if you do choose to do this, which kind of we all need to do eventually, this healing work, you know, it's deep and it's powerful and it's next level, and it's like so worth it, but hard, you know. It's like, if it was easy, then everyone would have just done it by now, do you know what I mean? So it's like, but it's definitely worth it, because if you are at the point where you're like, I cannot carry on with the way that I am, and you know, it's easier just to get to it and get on with it and do the work, as opposed to like carrying on in pain and suffering. There are ways where you can kind of do it quicker and ways where you can do it more intense, and some people need to do baby steps and some people can just dive right in, and it all depends where you're at. It depends what you can handle, but everything you need to do in a safe manner and being felt held and secure. And it depends kind of like if you've acted out of your darkness as well, so that's a whole different ball game, and you know, all healable, but you kind of got to take different steps. And some people can do it in a more abrupt way, and some people can need to do it in a more gentle way. Some people have space and time to do it more, some people have lots of priorities, so you know, each to their own. But as long as you start to make the steps and set the intention to do the work, and if you do have children or anything like that, don't forget that the kids are here to like kind of guide us as well. Like they're here as our little beautiful guides, and some come in to teach us like intense lessons, some come in as like karma stuff, some come in as blessings, some come in as teachings, some come in, there's a whole range of it all, do you know what I mean? Some come in to mirror how we were, like, and to show us. Yeah, and then you know, they've got then if you have more than one kid, they then have their contracts with each other. You have soul contracts with each other of what you want to learn and understand, and and what you've been through, and if you had a past life with them that wasn't so good, or you know, it's so highly complex and entwined and quantum and like next level. It's just like, yeah, sometimes it's hard to kind of put into words, but you know, it's like this. That's what it looks like. You know. Yeah, so coming back to meditation, yeah, you need to sit still. You need to sit still, stop and go within, basically. And that might seem hard and difficult, but if life seems hard and difficult right now, then you know, which one? Hard and difficult life that you know, just keep pushing through, or hard and difficult healing, which you know you can have breakthroughs like in the end. You get what I mean? The ball is in your court. Confirmation. Yeah. My baby toy. Like, it's a really cool toy, right? It's a really cool little baby chair thing. But some of the art on it, I need to redo. It's like some really weird faces. Like, look at this guy. Look at this guy. What a weird guy. I want to make it into a pretty little pigeon or something. Do you know what I mean? Who's that? Okay, yeah, so this is your strength, this is your power, this is you stepping into your own, this is you actually starting to create, or even recreate if you need to recreate your life. And you can, anything's possible. You can. Simba, older Simba. You know, like, you can do anything that you put your heart to. You can change and shift your reality. You can pray, you can forgive, you can sort it out. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I'm gonna pull some cards from this deck. I haven't worked with this deck for a long time. Mm-hmm. I haven't shuffled properly for a long time either. And these cards are huge. My spirit, please share what we need to know. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to take that card that flew out as well. I'm going to take this one. Nice. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ah, so you know what? Today, it was like, so when you do get divinely connected, you can like see things that are like before, like your eyes, that you kind of was like, oh that, oh yeah, oh that, if that makes sense. And yeah, I had that moment today. I was like, I just thought of a rainbow and I turned and there was the rainbow. I was like, oh wow. So it's like you're very close to the universe. You have such a good connection with her that you kind of know what's going on right there and then. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It wasn't like a premonition. I just knew it was there and it was there. Yeah, so like, yes, yeah, so in this card you have the woman with the rainbow. So, so the lady's like looking out to sea and she's looking at like all of her emotions and her worries, and you know, she's turned away from the children and she's turned away from the magic in her life. You know, because you've got, this is the collective, right? Keep telling you, it's split into three. And it's like, this person's like, ah, amazing, blessings coming in, I've done the work, da da da. This one's kind of like in the middle, kind of on the fence, kind of like clinging on to something. And then this one's just the other way, where it's like looking at all the stresses and worries with the water and the emotions and don't know what to do and can't see anything, do you know what I mean? And it's just kind of like, she just needs to turn around and decide to do the work and come back to love. But she's just doesn't even realise that all of this magic has kind of stood behind her because she's just too far in 3D land, you know? Whereas if you're over here moving towards 5D land, then you got more of the magic kind of occurring, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So this is also about possibly you may be having a divine partner coming in, or you may have some encounters with some divine connections that might be coming onto your path to help you with your healing journey. You know, because if you set the intention and if you sit and if you pray and if you choose to go with that, then the universe will start to align the right people for you. The right teacher will come when the student is ready. And that's so true. Any time where I've leveled up and I've sat there and I'm like, oh, what next? Da, 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 da. A new teacher came along, do you know what I mean? In different ways, shapes and forms. This could be animals, this could be the earth, this could be travelling to find somewhere, this could be book, you know? Your teacher can come to you in many different ways, shapes and forms. It doesn't have to be like a person sat there that's literally a teacher with an apple. Like, it doesn't have to be that way. They come in many, many different ways. It could be a poem, it could be a piece of art. And you'd be like, oh, it could be some ancient teachings, it could be some new teachings, it could be a shop, it could be anything, you know, the teachings. Don't put it in a box when it comes down to what a teacher should or shouldn't look like. Yeah, have a radically open mind, because if you have an open mind and an open heart, then anything is possible in that realm, do you know what I mean? If you're like, oh no, so say like, I don't know, say a child came to you and they're actually your new teacher, and you're like, no, that's just a child. Like, oh, but what if they have some divine knowledge that just comes through in play? And you're just kind of like, no, because that's a child, and that's not what a teacher looks like. You know, you've then shut that door. See if we can get a little bit more light, the light's going. Yeah, do you know what I mean? I think I'm gonna have to wrap this up soon because the light is going. And this can bring you to your goal, do you know what I mean? To the divine blessings. Have a radically open mind to be able to understand, and this can also be your teacher, might be somebody who is up and coming. It might be someone that you didn't expect. It might be like I said, like it might be a child, it might be something new. So don't be shut down, because it could be something completely different, completely new, and it might just have a childlike feeling that you're like, no, no, no way. Don't let your ego stand in the way of any new teachers that are coming onto your path, okay, to help you, because this can help you to get you back into your heart space, to get you back into your healing, to get you back on track, to help you sort your life. Yeah, why not set some intentions for the new year and make this one to remember, and to actually shift and change and actually do the work. Don't just make New Year's resolutions, make it happen. Do you know what I mean? I haven't stopped working every single day on myself for years now, like, and I haven't given up on myself when there's been times where I very nearly like wanted to, but just made myself carry on. And I'm only now starting to see it coming back, but it's like yours doesn't necessarily have to be years, because at this moment in time, with the energies that we're working with, things are sped up as well. And there are different ways and modalities that you can do to speed up, you know, your healing. But just saying, like, you know, and then once you get onto the path and you start to enjoy it, I hated meditation when I started, and now, like, I really love it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's been difficult recently because my heart's been quite blocked too, but as I persevere again and again and again, or like yoga, and then once you just get past that bit where you're like, oh, I don't want to do it, and then you just go a little bit further, that's where the enjoyment of it is. Then all of a sudden it becomes nice. Then all of a sudden, say if it's an exercise or yoga, then all of a sudden you can do the next move and the next thing, and then it's all of a sudden it's like fun. Do you know what I mean? All of a sudden you're like, oh, I didn't know I could do this, and then all of a sudden there's new things coming in. So as soon as you feel like giving up, just go that little bit further again. Make that your New Year's resolution. As soon as you feel like giving up with your New Year's resolution, go that little bit further and see what happens. Yeah, so I hope you have a lovely Christmas, and I hope you have a good and amazing new year. And yeah, good night.